Go to Weasel, cause the Weasel say, pop! Yeah, come.
Yeah. Half a pound of tubany rice, half a pound of treacle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
You're going to be a successful WWF villain hated by millions.
What was, we were talking earlier about all you guys leaving for the WWF. Was Verne aware that everyone was leaving, or was he aware that some were leaving, or Hogan? Because I know Hogan had a big match where Baron von Raschke substitute for him. It was like a Christmas match, or I don't know what it was. I might have the timeline wrong. It was like December of '83, I'm thinking. No, you're right about that. There was something. Yeah. And Hogan had come back from Japan, and he wasn't going to work for Verne. There was some discrepancy about T-shirt money. Oh, okay. Like the AWA sold our T-shirts, but we never got a dime for them. Never got a dime for anything. And no one did that I know of, except Greg. And I think Hogan complained about it because he had a Battle Royal shirt with all our faces on it. And Andre didn't like. Andre was mad about that because he never made any money off it. I mean, if you're using somebody's image, my God, I made these people. I put them there. Well, that's right, but if we couldn't have stayed there, you wouldn't have kept us there. Exactly. Like when Bruiser started me, he said, I did to give you a break. No, you didn't. You did so I'd run errands for you. I just lucked out and became able to make you and I a living. Yeah. And that's what it was about money. And I think it was Schultz or somebody, and Hogan, they were scared Hogan was going to come to St. Paul and come into the ring, and they gave Nick 2 different finishes to have or something, and I just laughed. I said, this isn't going to happen. Yeah. And then they could just show up, and this is business. Yeah. So Hogan went to New York, and he fired, then David Schultz didn't show up, so Verne fired him, and David got mad and came to a TV studio, and everybody was at lunch break, and David came in. I was in the back having a cigarette. He came out, he said, hi, Bobby. He had a baseball cap on, he had cowboy boots tucked in, jeans tucked into his pants, he had rodeo gloves on, and a Mac on. He was ready to fight. And a what? Like a lumberjack. Oh, yeah. And he came in, everybody's gone to lunch except Superstar Billy Graham, myself, Jack Lanza, Greg Gagne, and Verne. So everybody had sent out for a sandwich or something, and we did a Channel 9 studios. Yeah. And they also had the news desk sitting there. So some of the guys were sitting by the desk set and doing different things. I'm not sure Jesse was in there or not. So he would always sleep on the floor behind them. So I think everybody's reading a magazine or something, and Schultz comes in the studio, and he walks up to Verne. There was no cameraman, no lights on, nothing. Yeah. And he says, don't you tell anybody I was fired because I had quit. I sent you a telegram last night, and Verne said, get the hell out of here before I have you thrown out. He's really going to do nothing to me, old man, you old bald-headed man. And Verne looked at him, and Verne realized that he was in a TV station, and he didn't want to lose his TV. Yeah. So he went to go get assistance, like the police or somebody there. And Greg said, I'll go with you. And I guess Superstar and Lanza held him back, or Verne would have been going to a funeral. Because I don't care. Sometimes, like the old saying, don't let your mouth catch a jerk. Can't pay or something. But Schultz was wound up as head of the cheap watch and ready to explode. And they told Greg, and then Schultz finally just left. And then after Schultz left, with Hogan, they got Gene to go, and he just left. But when I talked to Hogan, and then I talked to Vince, I called Verne at home, and his wife said he's not here. And then I said, he said he was his grandson, which is Greg's boy. So I called over to Greg, I said, is your dad there? He said, no, why? I said, well, I just want to talk about something. Is anything important? Well, I figured he was here anyway. I thought I was made an offer about it at the WWF. He said, oh, those bastards are after it again. I said, I'm going to take it. I said, it's a substantial offer. He said, go ahead. Well, I asked him later why he always said that, said, well, what is it, Bobby? I said, that's something I want to talk to you about. He said, yeah. I said, the WWF called and they made me an offer. Well, that bastards are after you again. And I said, I'm going to accept the offer. He says, you're what? I'm going to accept the offer. He says, tell it to me face to face. I said, you'll be in the office this afternoon? He said, yeah. I said, what time would you like me there? He said, 1 o'clock. So I'll see you at 1. So I tell my wife, I said, we're going to the office. She said, so what? I said, you're going to be a witness? And I'm going there to get my notice. And I really didn't know what they would do to me. I told Verne, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
To put the word in the streets.